Hey Jacob. In this game I'm going to play Udyr and try to demonstrate what I think a good Udyr opener looks like and how I would encourage you to play Udyr. As always, kind of consider this like a good starting point that can be adjusted over time. So when I play Udyr, typically the bans are going to be like Kayn, it's going to be Jarvan. In this game, I'm going to go ahead and just ban Kayn since Kayn is pretty popular. Actually, I'm not even going to ban anybody. Just doesn't matter that much, right? This is like a bronze game. You know, it's probably going to be a similar experience. These are typically the runes that you're going to go as Udyr. You can explore the resolve tree. You already know it's either conditioning and one of these bottom ones, right? It's usually going to be overgrowth, but you might have a reason for one of these other two. All right, so go ahead and just pick this. You can like ignore all the chatter that goes on in here. Most of it, especially like, I don't know. Even in Platinum, I don't care what's going on in here. That's good. It looks like they have good mindsets. So Gwen is a pretty good counter into Udyr. I know that through experience. Akali, Udyr's pretty good into Akali. Udyr's is okay into Jinx. Jinx can kind of kite and throw the traps or whatever her traps are called to stop you from straight lining. If you look at your comp, or our comp here, we have a Lux support and we have the Aphelios ADC. So Lux provides some good setup in lane. Aphelios is sort of a scaling champion. He's an Exodia champion who wants to hit a certain level or get a certain spike, and then he becomes very strong. Yeah, Jax top. Jax has also good setup. Melee champion. Mordekaiser mid. Yeah. Typically you want like a ranged mid laner, but whatever. We have some Mordekaiser. It's just normal. Like, just doesn't matter. Looks like it's going to be Gwen top and Evelyn jungle. So you want to do your best to start forming like hypotheses in the lobby. That's really what your goal is. It's not to be correct. Like, you expect the game to play a certain way and it kind of gets you going, like, how do I solve this problem? We're fighting Evelyn. Evelyn's like an assassin. She typically plays in a way that would like tilt a laner because especially in bronze, silver, nobody is jungle tracking. It's really easy for a champion like Evelyn to just get into the lane and do something. But I'm going to play this game in a way that I would advise you to play. And it's not going to be perfect, but I'm going to make it as good as I can. So on Udyr, you have the choice between green and blue. Typically, you want to go green if you feel like they're going to dive into you. The only one that's going to dive into you here is Akali, so that's not a strong enough reason to go green. Blue is pretty safe most games. Like, gives you a faster clear. It's really what you want. That's kind of the main advantage of playing blue. I did say in most of your games go flash. I think you know that already. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to post up. You could do the Nathan Mott ward if you want to. You can do it on the other side. Nathan Mott ward is really good. I'm just going to hang on to my ward, but yeah, it'd be perfectly fine if you went over here, put a ward down, and then just continued playing your game. So I don't expect you to do this right away, but you do want to press tab and kind of look at the matchups, right? It's Jax into Gwen. Jax took Ignite. So he's looking to be aggressive into Gwen, right? For whatever reason, he thinks, you know, Ignite's good into that. But the way you can translate that as a jungler without knowing the exact matchup is Jax must think he can win, right? Maybe not. You know, it's bronze. Silver, people don't really know their champions yet. Mid lane, you got TP Mord with D shield, right? So he's just looking to sustain. Like, D shield is kind of like the indicator for that. And bot lane, well, you kind of know that there are scaling ADCs. Aphelios is one of them. So he's probably going to be looking to do that. Similarly, Jinx is kind of a hyper carry who needs to scale as well. That's usually what I'm thinking about in the beginning of my game, outside of clearing, right? If you just want to focus on your clear, that's fine too. And what I'm going to do here is I'm literally just going to clear and not break from my clear in situations where even I would normally do it these days. Especially on Udyr. Udyr is like a champion that needs to hit level 4 before having any sort of effect on the map. I'm secretly hoping this is a hard game so that I can kind of show you how Udyr plays in hard games, but either way, it doesn't matter. So when you're crossing from raptors to wolves or wolves to raptors, depending on like your starting point, you want to take the time to look at your lane and understand what's going on. And this might feel like a lot of load on your mental stack, but just start to get into the habit of doing it, because eventually it just becomes part of your nature. Like, oh, I just, you know, when I'm pathing, I just look. We buffer our W here, and then we start with R typically to get the camp to path towards us a little sooner. And we use our awaken ability as soon as it's up. Ideally on the first rotation, it's going to be your Q. Always pressing W right before the camp. Not right before the camp, but like basically 4 seconds away from the camp, press W. 2 seconds away from the camp, you press your ability. I'm gonna use my awaken here. I'm not allowed to do anything until I get my clear off. So right here is a limit test option, right? If I see the enemy jungle, Evelyn, I'm gonna fight them. I don't see Evelyn here, so I'm not gonna fight them. Do I think I win this? I don't know. This is a limit test. Let me just go in and find out. Let me signal that I want to go in. And then boom, that's it. So every time you see the counter on your camp at 30 seconds, that's when you want to interpret that as, I really want to go back to my camps. Now you don't always win this interaction, right? But limit testing will help you figure that out. First item on this champion is Faded Ashes, and we'll go Dark Seal. Don't buy control wards. I'm gonna just, yeah, don't buy control wards right now. I noticed you buy a lot of control wards in your early game. Don't do it yet. Like, I'll do you the favor of letting you know when it's a good time to start exercising control wards, but for now it's like, yeah, don't do it. So we're back on Krugs. We're a little like, we're like maybe like 5 to 15 seconds late on it. We're about 15 seconds late on it, but again, it's because we took a kill bot lane. So that's normal, right? Doing our raptors is about 5 minutes, which is what we want to see, and then we have an option for Drake, right? This is something that I think I frequently see in your games, where I see you really wanting to do Drake on spawn, right? Right here is where you want to qualify it. You take a look at mid lane, you see that the Akali is pretty chunked. They want to reset. You take a look at the enemy bot lane. You ask yourself, what's going on here, you know? Looks like Aphelios is not in lane yet. So definitely, like in this very instance, probably not good to take Drake, right? Yes, you can expect Mord to have roam potential, but you probably just want to wait a little bit, let your lane get contact here, get push, and then reassess. Mord is roaming here. Now you can say, okay, I'm going to tell my team I'm thinking about Drake. Sort of a neutral situation. So if I do this Drake, what's my plan, right? Mord has push, so I'm going to pull this out. I'm going to path it towards Mord. I see Evelyn on the map. I'm going to look at her. This Evelyn's trolling. Now that I see that Mord is looking to reset, we're pulling off a little bit. We're thinking, okay, you know what? Maybe this is a bad Drake. And it's okay. You can just say, you know what? This is a bad Drake. I'm going to hang on to it for a little bit. But now I'm a little bit more hesitant in the river. Holding my awaken ability because I want to be able to use my awaken ability to power down this and then press E, and then I'm out of there. Why am I out of there? Because I don't have push in any of my lanes. I can posture for this. Again, another limit test. I don't know if I win this. Let's find out, but let's not be silly about it. Evelyn is here, right? Akali is here, right? Don't overcommit. I'm getting my laner out. And I'm signaling, hey guys, I'm out of here. I'm out of here, okay? I'm not going oh, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That's not what I'm doing. I'm covering, but I'm also letting everyone know I want out of this. It's really critical that you exercise that. Then we're gonna just keep building Leandries. Right here is an option to take Oracle Lens. It's really up to you. There's no problem with going wards. Again, so we just did Drake, 717. We probably waffled a little bit too much in the tri-bush. My camps are screaming at me. Why aren't you doing me? I'm here, I'm ready. That's what you have to be thinking about when you have these interactions. You know, every time you're interacting and you're not getting a kill, you're doing yourself a disservice. So don't take that as, oh, I need to kill because I've been here for too long. Take that as, I shouldn't be here. Yeah, again, just exercising the camera panning, right? Always important to know what's going on. Doesn't mean I'm gonna path here. I'm not thinking, oh, I'm gonna path here. I just wanna know what's going on. So Evelyn shows on the map, I press tab. She's 50 CS. So I'm ahead of her by about 2 camps. She's level 6 now, so she's invisible, whatever. I'm gonna caution ping my Mordekaiser. Watch out for Evelyn. And do I care about Void Grubs? Not really, right? Why don't I care about Void Grubs? Because Jax just died. Gwen has push, Evelyn's top side. Right here, I don't care. You know, if they want to come to you and give you free kills, you can take it, but right here, I don't care, right? I'm just like clearing my camps. I could care less what my laners think. You know, in a game where I'm more comfortable with Udyr, yes, I do turn sooner. So I have an option here. I can go bully the Gwen, or I can go and do Void Grubs. Right here, I'm just going to check the Raptors and then back off. Why am I doing this? Because the cooldowns on the death timers are still pretty low. I just killed the Kali. She's going to come back to lane. Mordekaiser's not in lane yet, so it's not really safe for me to be here. It's okay for me to check out the Raptors and then just back off. My next sequence starts in 38 seconds. So roughly that's 10 seconds of spare tempo. I can go look at Void Grubs. I want to qualify them. My top laner has push. My mid laner's back in lane. Has a level advantage. Press tab. He has Rally's D shield. But look, my top laner is about to reset. So my top laner resets. So entering River right now is high risk, meaning I'm not going to limit test this. Why? Because I should lose this, right? I can pull one out, right? But I'm entering the river at my own risk. We see Evelyn bot side. So now we sort of have a small yellow, we'll call this a yellow light on doing this camp. It's a very dynamic choice to do this. It's like you're doing this, but you're doing this with contingencies. Ideally, like you get all 3, right? But you only really need 1. Same thing, I'm just gonna clear. We're at the 10-minute mark. I'm roughly 8 CS a minute. I recommend doing 2 points into E. And then just continuing to upgrade your R and W. I'm gonna stick to my, like, see right here, like someone might say, oh, let me pat top, my laner's asking for help. I don't give a shit, you know. I got camps up. I need to finish my chores before I'm allowed to take my turn on the map, and that's the mentality that I want you to take to the extreme with you for now, right? Even in a real, like a real life, saying real life situation is a little weird, but even in like a game where I'm feeling more aggressive as Udyr, I'm still not pathing this way. It's just way too off course. Evelyn shows she's on the opposite side of the map. I have mid push. My bot lane shows that they want to play for the dragon. That's what we're gonna do. I got smite here. Don't need to worry about pulling this out. Sometimes it's good to pull it out, but against Evelyn, like, what's she gonna do? She doesn't have anything that lets her go through walls. So doing this in pit is like fine. What you might want to do is you might want to sweep the pit, right? Evelyn's not here, so I'm not worried too much about it, but you do maybe want to worry about Jinx ult. We do the scuttle and then we look at our timer, right? We have 15 seconds of spare tempo. So I can posture in this bush for 10 seconds. Okay, I don't know if I win this. Let's limit test it. Just gonna press my R. Oh, looks like I do win that. Okay, fantastic. I'm gonna take my reset. See my camp? My camp is screaming at me. Bro, I'm spawning in 20 seconds, get to me. That was my turn, right? I'm gonna just danger ping once, let them know, hey, I'm not here. Boom, Leandries. Now I am a champion on the Rift. Deadman's is always a really good second item to take by default. However, you do wanna just consider what you're fighting against, right? What are these champions trying to do? Jinx is trying to build crit, Akali's kind of a burst champion. Gwen is sort of a, I don't know what to call her, like a bruiser. She's like a bruiser champion. Gwen is probably the person I want to fight the least in general. But I'm saying that through experience. If I didn't know, I would not be afraid to fight her. Having experience on Udyr, I know that when Gwen has R, she's very, very dangerous. So you want to monitor her R. Like if you know her R's on cooldown, you're fine. If you don't know, then you're a little bit like, you know what? I got 5 camps up. Again, I don't care. Like, see how Jax is spam pinking me? Have confidence in your game. Oh, mute. I don't care like what they want because it's not what I want. Okay, I got all of my camps up. And this is totally normal. These guys don't know how to play jungle. They just see their lane as like, oh, you know, like I need gank, you know, that's what they're thinking. Evelyn's bot lane. Press tab. Look at the CS difference, right? It's quite significant, 78 to 121. I'll grab our blue here. Okay, so now we're generating a turn. We need to ask ourselves, how do we want to use our turn? Can't really go bot because our bot's not in lane yet. Mid, we can post up. We got about, I don't know, 45 seconds of spare tempo. So just posting up. We're gonna check raptors. We're trying to see out vision. We see that our laners are getting back to lane. And this Akali is getting really aggressive. Boom, dead. Evelyn's top side. Still have about 18 seconds of spare tempo. I can even ask myself, do I want to play for this Rift Herald? Yeah, if I want to play for Rift Herald, I want to reset sooner. Let's go ahead and reset sooner. Let's just say, hey, we don't have any real good options here. Just reset for the objective. Grab what we can. Let everyone know I'm going this way. And notice the ping communication. You have to exercise ping communication in your games. Like for me, this is now second nature. And you know, again, whether the laners listen or not, that's not the practice. The practice is, am I pinging, right? You see the Jinx, but you have 3 members with you. Good limit test situation. Electric fence mode, right? Electric fence this one. Do I win this? I don't know. Just play it cool. Okay, and then we ping off. We got what we wanted. We got the objective. And typically I'll go Raptors and continue my clear, but I'm gonna go ahead and go Krugs. Keep going. Just to really like commit to the full clear method. Well, press tab. I'm now 50 CS on Evelyn. And I promise you, the majority of your games are going to be just like this. Like if you play like this is how the turnout should be. Now you're gonna say, oh, this Evelyn is like 6-1, they're ungodly. No, dude, the game isn't about kills. It's not about kills. It's about XP and gold. Evelyn is doing her job by collecting gold, but there should be a difference in XP. So again, chest turn over. I want to ask myself, can I do Drake? Not quite. Why? Because my mid laner isn't really available. Okay, we push them off. Our bot lane is available. We're gonna go take a look. We still can't do Drake yet. My bot lane's in trouble. Okay, they die. No big deal. Still got about 30 seconds of spare tempo. We're kind of waffling in the river a little bit, but we don't have a green light on this Drake. I can't touch this Drake yet because the enemy has numbers advantage. Gonna go limit test Gwen. Okay, Gwen gets out because of her ultimate. This is no longer safe for me to do. I'm gonna caution ping, reset. Big red light here. Bot lane just died. The enemy has numbers advantage. Reset, go topside. So what can I do if I see Evelyn starting Drake here? I can go to her topside. But until I see that, I'm just gonna path the scuttle, do my red, full clear. We're now at the 17-minute mark, and we've had Leandries for some time. We can actually choose to be more aggressive. I'm just taking this to the extreme of, look how you can play this champion and still find a lot of success. After 15-minute mark, you're allowed to make more aggressive decisions. You know, you can consider, well, what is the team doing here? Where are they pathing? Now you can say, oh, I'm gonna break from my clear to go do something. I'm a little bit too far from this interaction to be of use. So I'm gonna just go ahead and continue my clear here. It's always good to throw this kind of ping on the buff so that your mid or top laner can grab it. And we're just looking, we're always just processing information. Our Mord is kind of low, he's fighting a ranged champion, melee into range. Typically the range has the advantage. Aphelios looks to be responding to it. Yeah, I'm just committing to my clear before taking my turn here. Blue's gonna spawn in 10 seconds. I was 10 seconds of spare tempo. Caution ping that Gwen is coming down. I know Evelyn is here. So, just... The reason why we don't limit test this is, again, numbers, right? Who do I have to respond? It's me, Lux, versus Jinx, Gwen, and Evelyn. They should win that, right? That should be pretty clear. You can say, you know what? I'm gonna limit test this anyway. There's nothing wrong with that, but it should be kind of like... How do I put it? It should be realistic to think that you probably don't win that interaction. So I'm doing the dragon, electric fencing it. I have 2 smites. I got 2 team members here. Kind of trading mid here, and I don't like that. I'm gonna run mid right after this dragon to punish this Jinx for doing what they're doing. And I expect them to run away, but she doesn't have anything to really run away to, right? I'm gonna go for the cutoff angle, press my R here. Not gonna be hyper aggressive because I still need my team. Okay. Oh, Evelyn just barely gets me there. So what makes Evelyn hard for Udyr is Udyr's shield. It's hard for Evelyn to know if they can actually execute with R without it. But it's fine. Like, pretty decent interaction. Okay, so we're building our next item, and we're going to be really like aware of what's going on. We got 3 enemy AP champions. We have a Jinx. Actually, we have 4 enemy AP champions and a Jinx. So items that are good here. Probably Kanik. Kanik is probably really good this game. Spirit Visage is probably pretty good this game. Before I do either of those, I gotta get boots. I'm gonna get boots. I'm gonna get Merc Treads just because of the number of AP champions on the map. And then let's just start building our MR item. Let's just start with, I don't know, the Kanik path. Really good item. At this stage of the game is now where you can say, okay, I've committed to my full clear sequence. It's 21 minutes. Now I need to actually play the game of League of Legends, which is I need to be aware of what's going on the map. We have Otacon here, which is why I don't want to immediately path top. I'm not trying to fight the Otacon. I just don't want to be away from the Otacon. I'm looking at the map. I see Gwen top and I see Jinx mid. This is a small window for me to start this. I'm just looking at the minimap. There's Morgana and seeing what's going on, right? Jax is drawing pressure. Go ahead and Oracle Lens this. Jax is doing his job. Getting my smite ready. Easy. Okay, look what's going on bot here. I'm gonna hover. This is now like you're gonna play the game of League of Legends. You're gonna use your champ's identity to win this game. You've generated a huge lead. And I'm progressing the game state. How am I doing that? Hitting structures. Electric fencing my carries. Caution pinging them when they're being too aggressive. See how I'm not moving away? I'm just panning my camera. I'm not like posturing for a fight. It sends the wrong message to your laners. Okay, I'm at 921 gold. Resetting here wouldn't be a bad idea. I'm just kind of surfing the line here. I should expect a collie to be here, so I want to be a little careful. We're looking. Aphelios just died. There's no response for me mid, right? I'm just taking these camps and getting my reset off. Okay, I still don't know if I want to build Canic or Spirit, but I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go Canic. I think Canic seems really good this game. You got two burst champions. You got a Collie and you got Evelyn. I just feel like Canic is a really good item into that. Unending would also be really good, but there's nothing like Unending is typically good when you have longer fights, and these fights aren't going to be very long. They're going to be like very quick. We're processing the map, right? We're thinking about the next objective. I like the T2 bot side. Jax is in trouble. I can't really get there in time. Aphelios is bot side. See, I'm kind of clearing, not on autopilot. Like the clear itself is a bit on autopilot, but I'm thinking about the game as I'm clearing. Like that's how I'm playing this game, right? Electric fencing here, not committing to any hard fights. Just getting push, right? We're just getting push in the mid lane for the next objective, which is Dragon. We're not committing to any fights. I don't need to win this fight in order to get Dragon. I just need to get Prio. I need to get push. This is our soul, by the way. Okay, I should expect a huge team fight. Go ahead and pull it out because of Jinx and Morgana. Okay, I guess we'll just go ahead and do it here. Hold your Awaken Q, spam it. It's 50-50, it's okay. Not a big deal. That's the value in pulling out the dragon, but your laners aren't always going to pull it out. So when they don't pull it out, don't get frustrated. Just like whatever, just try it anyway. And you know, it's 50-50 for a reason. They have a huge incentive to try to like all in it because it's our soul. But I think ideally we're just kind of playing that like, I don't know, we're just kind of playing it like chill. Like I'm just chilling. Why am I chilling? Because they need to stop us more than we need to get that Drake. Jax also gets T2 topside, which I really like. We have Arcanic. When we path out of base, we need to think about some things, right? One, we have about 5 camps that are ready to spawn, so I'm going to clear the map of my camps. And then I need to get vision here. I need vision. We're going to just ping Lux. Hey, can you get vision here, please? I need to know if they start Baron. I don't expect them to start it right now because of Jax's positioning and because we see through on the map. But I need that information. Okay, again, right now, we are no longer like, oh, we need to full clear. This is just looking at the map, waiting for opportunities where it would be appropriate to fight. Jinx just gets her passive. We're gonna go ahead and press mid again. Double R here, back off a little bit. Gonna be a little wary here because again, numbers advantage. It's 2-3, and Mordekaiser and I are both melee champions. So it's hard for us to apply any real pressure, right? We can hold a position, but we can't, it's a little harder to push without a ranged champion with us. Just full clearing here, no big deal. Next item I'm building, it's gonna be Randuin's. Randuin's is really good into crit. You could also go Jack Show. You have options. We're now just pushing mid out. We're making sure that our waves are kind of past river. Top wave and mid wave are all both pushed excellently. Kali has a death wish. We grant her wish. I'm taking sort of an aggressive stance here, and I want Baron, right? This is a good Baron angle. We've just killed one. We got push. We want to do Baron. We want to assist ping, assist ping, assist ping. And then danger ping, assist and assist. We got Jax with us. We still have numbers. We're monitoring the minimap. We see two enemies mid. We see one enemy bot. There's still no one to contest us here. We know that Evelyn is up. So we want to have our smite ready. Just like Dragon, this is sort of it becomes a little flip. But we should have advantage. All right, so as soon as you do Baron, you want to reset. Get everyone to reset. And let's go ahead and build Randuin's. And you got to think about Udyr. You got to think about the interactions you're going to have on the game. We're basically preventing crit, right? Okay, Jax is going to grab red buff. Looks like I'll get there in time. Go ahead and smite it. And now we have the Baron buff, so we're looking to siege. Also, Dragon's coming up in 50 seconds, so that's on our mind, but we're just sieging. We're getting push. Right here, I accidentally double W'd. Whatever, you know, happens, normal. We want to keep pushing because this doesn't spawn for 30 seconds. So don't be stupid. It's 1v3. I don't win this, right? This is not a limit test situation. This is, hey, I'm going to siege. Laners are going to be laners, right? I'm going to posture in a way that I feel is correct, but doesn't put me at risk. I see what's going on bot side. You know, there comes a point in time where you just have to ask, you know, is it better to go there or is it better to do what I'm doing? It's going to R this. This would be a decent limit test situation, but now boom, 2v1, probably don't win that. Our Lux is down, so it's not exactly green light for the Dragon. We see Gwen bot side. We know there's two mid. We're gonna go ahead and pull this out. We're under no obligation to complete this Dragon. Okay. Gwen's TPing here. Okay, electric fence, Aphelios. Just like that. This is actually a very typical game. Like, that's what this game felt like. This felt like a very, very typical Udyr game. I'm gonna tank a shot for my wave. It's kind of a special case with Udyr, but as Udyr, if you want to like get a little bit more life out of your wave, you can tank a couple of shots with your W. Don't overdo that. I wouldn't like make that a big part of your game right now. Like, as you become more comfortable with this champion, that's just a thing you can do with Udyr. So I'm gonna tank a couple of shots here. I have Awaken, right? Big fat shield here. I'm keeping my wave up. so that I can have better minions, more minions over time, right? We're still sieging. Team wants to back off here, that's fine. We're electric fencing our Aphelios. Don't let the Evelyn inside, see that? How disabling for them, right? I'm electric fencing my Aphelios, not getting too far, using my R. All of my damage is coming from my R. I'm looking to tether with my R. See this? Just tethering, relaxing. Okay, Aphelios is under threat. We're right behind him. Looks like she went top side. Let's get back to my Aphelios. And yeah, we'll go ahead and reset here. Always good idea to just ping your gold, right? Let people know. Uh-oh, you know, I have, oh, boom, she's dead. Let people know you have gold, you want to reset. I still have a lot of gold, I'm going to reset. Grab my item here. We'll go ahead and grab Magi's. Magi's is really good on Udyr. I'm going to caution ping. I'll let them know I'm heading here. The electric fence is not with them. Evelyn's tilted. They're like, I'm 11-4. I should be winning this one. Not quite. Not quite how the game works. Okay. We have push mid. T3 top side is up. Jax is pushing it. I'm now just going to hover in between the jungle, staying off vision as much as I can. And playing for structure, we noticed that our Mordekaiser is a little bit too pushed up. He's in a dangerous position. Caution ping him. We're interested in just getting pressure on the wave, taking out the structure. Remember Gwen? We don't really want to fight the Gwen, but we're a level up on this Gwen, and we're kind of nasty. We acknowledge that we don't have members with us at the moment, so we're not overly committing to anything. Electric fence. Okay, and when we get out, we use our Randuins to create space. When you don't have your carry with you, you're very like uncommitted to fights, right? You're allowed to posture, but don't just say, oh, I'm going to throw my life away for Mord. I'm going to throw my life away for Lux. No, never. Your life is too valuable. Like, you're too valuable of a member. Smite, E, dead. Look how confident our boy fights with us, right? He's just like, wow, this Udyr is actually really good. He's actually keeping me alive. And we have a you know, a symbiotic relationship. We love each other. Okay, let's go do Baron. You have to be the shot caller. Be the shot caller on your team. It's really hard to end right now. How do we end? Baron buff, always a really good solution when it's up. Aphelios is resetting, but you're Udyr level 18. You don't exactly spike this down, but you can start this. Just use all your awakened Qs on it. Your team will come. You can throw some more assist pings. This is another good limit test situation. Oh, I don't know if I can solo the Baron. Try it out. Limit test it. You know, can I do it at 18? Probably. Can you do it at 17? Maybe. Can you do it at 14? A little harder. Try it out. See what it tastes like. Okay, so we have the option to reset. I'm going to go ahead and take it. And I'm going to get the better boots. And we're going to get, I don't know, an elixir. Why not? They want a posture for Elder, that's fine. You just always want to make sure you have push in the lanes adjacent to the objective. You have push mid, you have push bot. That creates an option for the objective that we're pathing for right now. Yeah. Get this ward. For the wards. You see how there's 4 here and there's 1 here? Because the team isn't ready to do this, I'm going to posture in a way that allows me to be ready to respond. My Aphelios is under imminent threat. I'm going straight to my Aphelios. Escorting him, right? I'm escorting him here. Getting my smite ready. Easy money. We have Elder. Obviously, again, you want to do this with some sanity, but you're looking to fight when you have Elder. You want to take fights with Elder. You're like, yeah, let's fight. I have Elder. Do it with your team. Try to dodge all the shots that they throw at you. Electric fencing here. Just taking out the structures. It's like, oh, you want to fight me? Okay. I'll just press R and chill. R is always on. I want to get waves in. I'm not really like when I say I want the fight, it's like if they fight me, I'm comfortable. You know, just rip their heads off. Flashy. There's Gwen's R, her most dangerous ability. Do I know if I win these? I don't know, but with Elder, probably. Limit test Elder, I guess. That's a game. The majority of your games work like this on Udyr. Like, that is an Udyr experience. We look at what this game, you know, what this game looks like, right? Bronze 1. MVP, unstoppable. These are the version, this is the version of Udyr that you want in almost every game. And this stays true. This still stays true today. Like, I would play that game I just played right now the same way in Platinum. The only exception would be like my responsiveness when clearing, but again, it's very much a tightrope situation. Anyway, I hope that helps.